Hey guys, welcome to Arepas del Gringo. And today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are not going to be cooking with a recipe. Sometimes you've seen me make arepas, either Colombian style or Venezuelan style. Today we are going to actually be showing you something from my recent trip from Colombia. And these items right here are called Chamba pottery, Chamba Cookware. And they come from a town called La Chamba in Colombia. And La Chamba, Colombia is a town which is basically, dedicated. There's so many people working to hand make these artisan pottery items. And a lot of times you meet someone from this town, they're making pottery now, but their grandparents made pottery, and even higher up than that, the same type of cookware. So it's been around for quite a while, hundreds of years, and it is very, very useful. It cooks extremely well. It cooks very evenly. You can cook soups and stews and beans, pretty much anything that requires like some sort of spoon to either ladle it out or scoop it out. You can use this pottery. It's 100% organic. I would prefer this way over than an aluminum pot or other pots that could scrape off particles into my food. This comes right from the earth. It is, it's hand formed, handmade. All of these, these are probably made by very different people, but they all, are very uniform and very high quality material. So Chamba, these potteries here come from La Chamba, which is a town about 172-ish kilometers southwest of Bogotá, which follow the Magdalena River. And it's a very, it's not a large town. It's a small little place that, hundreds. They're the people that are there. This is their job, and they're distributing these wonderful pieces, to people to cook their foods in. So I have a few different pieces here, and I wish I could have taken back more, but my carry-on was only so big. But I've been eyeing these, since the past couple times that I've been there. When I go to Colombia, I really love the artisan, handmade pieces. People spend a lot of time, and there's so much culture in every little thing that you find. So I typically go there, and I really like pottery, so I have a variety of pieces of pottery. But now this time I brought back some bowls. I brought back 6 bowls. I brought back a multi-quart unit pot, and a little bowl here for a salsa, an ají, something maybe for empanadas, or it can hold some capers or something like that. So what I want to show you here is, how to maintain them, how to use them, what you can use them for, and a couple other things. So outside of what I was saying before, they are extremely, handcrafted very well. One of the best features about these pots is you can go directly from a gas flame, right into the oven, and then right back on the table to serve. The beautiful matte finish, it's very, very elegant, and they have well-made more than these forms here. They have 16x9 trays. They have plates, which I really want to get for the arepas. They look beautiful on this plate, and I just want to get 1 or 2 of them, but they're heavy. This is a couple pounds right here, and when you're tight on space and tight on the amount of pounds that you can take back, you need to think wisely. But I really wanted to do an ajiaco. So I got a nice pot for ajiaco, and I got some bowls which are typically used with the ajiaco soup. If you're not familiar with ajiaco, you definitely need to try it. If you're thinking about going to Colombia, please try it. This is the type of food, that people who live in Colombia or no longer live in Colombia, who go back to visit family, this is the type of food that whatever the food is in your country that you would love to have when you feel homesick or for a special occasion, ajiaco is one of them. An ajiaco is essentially a potato soup. It has 3 different types of potatoes in it, but one of the potatoes acts as a special purpose, which is the criollo, and that is essentially what turns into sort of a thick broth. So that potato plays a specific role, but inside of the soup you can also find corn, and the corn from Colombia is very different than the corn you find here, but this is like a big kerneled corn that you would find. And this chicken, and you put some capers on top, and you drizzle some heavy cream on it if you'd like. But the herb that goes into it, that essentially makes it ajiaco, is something called guascas. And it's an herb that comes from Colombia, and it just gives it the flavor. And you cook it in one of these pots, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. One of the other big important things, about going directly from heat sources to heat source, it can even go in the microwave, is it cooks extremely even. A lot of times, if you cook in another type of, porcelain material or aluminum material, your outsides are going to be lava, but the inside is going to be, an ice block. You're not going to see that here whatsoever. It cooks extremely even. So if you're cooking a soup or a stew or beans, and it's boiling on the stove, and you take it off and you put it on the table, it's going to be boiling in that pot for a while. And it not only takes the characteristics of dispersing that heat really well, but it adds, some people say it adds a little bit of an earthy flavor to it, but I haven't actually tried that out yet. Regarding care and cleaning, some people say you need to cure them or season them, and I've also heard you have not. I'm led to believe that they have been cured, or at least fired up the first time, at least pretty well to handle any cracks or anything like that. So I'm going to start cooking with them first. But what I do want to do is, clean them out, very lightly. I'm not going to use any soap or anything like that, at least for the first few times. But I actually have some, residue in here that could have been from the firing process or from my traveling. I was just so excited, I just took them right out of my suitcase, unwrapped them because I packed them pretty well, and I just wanted to start, recording and showing you all about my new things here, because I'm really excited to use them. So I'm going to just lightly, wash them out, rinse them out, and then start cooking with them. This one is really cool as well. I mean, and even this little cutout here, it's a very nice cut. It's very useful. And it comes with this little spoon. I feel like, and these are, durable pieces, but I feel like if anything I need to be extra careful with this. Not because I feel like it's going to break, but it's one of the smaller pieces, and I really want to take care of these items. So I hope you like it. I hope you maybe learned something. One thing that I do want to add is if you buy them in the States or here or online, they're quite pricey. I get these, in Colombia, in a small, little town that has, handmade, local crafts and stuff, which you can, sometimes negotiate, especially if you're paying cash over card, stuff like that. So get a really good deal on these. So if you're visiting Colombia and you have some space back to take, I highly recommend checking out these artisan markets. These people work very hard. Sometimes, a lot of times that's how they make their living. And I really feel good, supporting that. And when I get to either see it in my house or in, a relative's or friend's house, and then we get to use it, it just makes it that much better. Not only that, is they came with these cool little baskets, and they add a really nice presentation on the table. And again, the craftsmanship, these holes are very, they may seem like a small little accent, but they're useful, that's really a really cool thing. Even the difference on these. Alright guys, thank you for checking it out. Please like, comment, share, visit atticwestlocaringo.com, leave me some comments there, tell your friends, try this out. If you have any of this cookware at home, let me know how you like it. I really want to, this is one of the collections that I really like growing.